coffee. Morning, everyone. That was an accident, but that's okay. I meant to add time. Steven's going to make coffee. He had a few extra things to do this morning, so I should probably turn off Twitch so I don't hear myself. Cool. How is everyone this morning? Oh, the keyboard's not on. Of course it's not on. There we go. Let's pull these things up. How's everyone this morning? I don't know why, but everything is really staticky here today. Like, I have on fleece pants, and it's just, like, stuck to my leg, and it's driving me nuts. Yeah, low humidity today. And we have a chance of rain on Thursday night. I'm sorry, not rain. We have rain for sure. We have a chance of snow on Thursday night, which is crazy because it has not been cold here all winter. So we'll see how things go. Maybe we can take the Subaru out in the snow because it's supposed to be able to drive in the snow. Film a car commercial. But we're like supposed to be right on the line of where it's going to be, so it's going to be all about timing and everything. Snowbaroo. You get coffee?
I heard.
You heard me accidentally
I
hit
heard that
the minus button.
You tried to add time, and instead you subtracted
I
time.
sat forward, and the numbers are right where the buttons turn, so all the letters are distorted. And I was like, oh, 30! Click. Whoops.
They both say 30.
I know.
One's plus 30.
But I saw one first, and then
I
the
guess
other.
I could have labeled those differently. I could
Or
have
made them
written
different
out.
colors,
What?
like green and red.
I could have put like little up arrows and down arrows. There's a bunch of ways I could have done it. I just didn't.
Yeah.
Because I know what they do.
Also, I think my contact's inside out, so every time I blink, it's like...
Neat. Hi, everybody. How's everybody doing this morning? We started 30 seconds earlier. That's 30 seconds more show for your value. The show that has no definitive length. 30 extra seconds.
Jeff needs coffee. I'm sorry, Jeff.
Honestly, based on how my morning's gone, coffee is probably the last thing I should be drinking, but here's to mistakes.
Ooh,
It's
Jeff's
fine.
been up since 3:30.
People are in various states. I don't mean like physical states. I mean like, you know.
Well, some people are in Florida, some people are in Nebraska.
Well, I meant like state of mind, state of beings.
I know.
People are saying that they're tired, which is fair.
We have liquids, gases, and solids, Brandon says.
Some people are liquids, some people are gases.
Kipler, are you a gas? Come here, Kippy.
Cappy exists as a fourth state of matter. Come here, buddy.
Pure energy.
Pure. Yes. Come here, bud. Come on up. And there he is. Hello, sir. Welcome. So, man, I think maybe I was a little ill. I don't know this for sure, but I think maybe I was a little ill because I had eaten a veggie burger. I ate a veggie burger yesterday. And that's a whole other discussion about why I ate a veggie burger. That discussion might be better suited for Thursday. But the gist of it is that I recently had that blood test, and I have not been back to the doctor to talk to the doctor about the results, but they did send the results to our email, so I could at least, like, look at them. And I wasn't thrilled with where things were to the point where I was like,
Chaz says your body is revolting against vegetables.
Well, you know what it is? I can almost guarantee you. The patty had corn in it, and my body is like, what is this? What is corn? So, yeah. But I see the doctor. I actually talked to the doctor on Wednesday. Mm-hmm. So on Thursday's breakfast stream, I'll be able to talk more about that. But you know, spoilers. It's not great. It's not great. I'm also really confused about why, because I'm like, I haven't eaten anything awful. It's not like I've gone on like a binge. I'm not sure how my numbers could be. I think literally the worst they've ever been. So that's fine. We'll talk about that Thursday. Hi, bud. Are you tired? You can lay right here, and you can lay right here, and that's fine. Anyway, so I'm gonna read a few alerts, and then I'm gonna talk about alerts because it's real exciting, and I don't even know if anyone's noticed, and that's actually in some ways even better. Oh wait, they do notice. There's like a thing set up.
I mean, that was set up as of Friday.
Well, some of it. This is
oh,
like.
I know what was done. I'm just saying that alert was from Friday.
Okay, so we had two things from the other day. Other days that were not today. We had a sub from Fanato1, and then also a 12-month resub from Marty Griff 1980. Yes, 1 year. Yes. Congrats on an entire year. We got 17 months from Squid, who says 17. All right, I said the thing. Can I get a cookie? Everybody gets a cookie on their resub.
On their 17-month resub.
In order to receive your cookie, you type a cookie emoji into chat, and that's it. But yes, you get one. 6 months from Padawan Becca. No message, but congrats on double plus. 15 months from Bug Gamer 24. Good morning, Stephen and Mal. I'm just getting over the flu, but can't think of a better way to spend my morning. 1 more month till the Magic 16. I'm glad you're getting over the flu. I know January was especially bad because there's so many people here that were like, I am sick. So I'm glad that people are less sick. Happy about that now. 17 months from Harm NTG. Thank you, Harm. 10 months from Spark Strike. He says, I can't believe it's been 10 months already. Time is a strange and mysterious thing. It is. Sometimes it's good. Most times I'm just like, I don't necessarily like time as a concept. 300 bits from Paint Chipper. Buenos dias, abuelos. How are you guys? You have no idea how appropriate your message is, because the memorable moment for today is the one time that...
You speak Spanish?
No. It's the one time I can get a jab in at you for speaking Spanish. Because recently, a few months ago, I did, there was the whole 3 Good debacle where I ruined French. Actually, I've ruined French on multiple occasions. But, a memorable one. But there's a memorable moment where we were playing Pit People, where Mal tried to read a word, and it was real wrong. And I always held on to that because I was like, oh, well, that's kind of mean. I won't post that. But now that the 3 Good thing has all happened, I'm like, no, post that. We need that out. So, very appropriately timed.
Brandon says Mel does Spanish like French, and I felt that struggle. Yeah. It's fine.
We got 15-month resub from Arion661. Thank you for that. 5-month resub from Mr. Gameboy 18 who says, one more, and then I get a plus. It's true. Just one more to go. Also 500 bits from Mr. Gameboy says, hello, Steven. The most recent video brought the reaction I seek. The same scene that made my heart rate peak. But there's one more reaction I wish to see. We both know what it be. I know it being vague is key during these times. I also realize it's hard to fill out these rhymes. So I'll leave it here until that final episode comes to a fin, making it so the story of this wonderful world come to an end with the last final sin. Truly, it is too early. It's about BioShock. Yeah. Yes. It's about BioShock. Took my brain, because my brain's like, is it about corn? And I'm like, no, honey, it's not about corn. Are you sure? And like, no, corn's been of interest this morning, but it's not about corn. Most people aren't talking about corn. And my brain's like, okay. Can I get some more coffee? Which Game Boy, thank you for the bids. 8-month resub from Everchanger. 1 more month until Twitch, baby. Really enjoyed the new GTA Online episode. If you're looking for more ideas for that series, there's a minigame based on the Tron light cycles that I'd love to see you guys try at some point. I feel like we played that, and now I'm worried that we played it and it didn't get included in the video itself. I have a vague recollection of playing that, and Ian was in the video, so now I'm not sure if that actually made it to the series or not.
I'll be back.
You have to flip it, don't you?
My contact is now not in my eye. It's like, I gotta go fix that.
You know when you put your contacts in, you can look and it'll...
The green screen's right there. I almost tripped on it.
It's big and black. Don't fall down the stairs. You can't see. Your grandmother, I tell you. When the contact, when you look at it, there's a certain way the edges go. If you know that that's how you never put it in backwards. The reason I say this is that this happens a lot. There's a lot of times where in the middle of the day she'll be like, I think my contact's in backwards. And I'm like, this is not a recurring problem for me. Anyway, yeah, if you haven't seen the GTA Online episode that just came out, it's good. It's really good. It also, it's apparently our first GTA Online episode in like a long time. I hadn't realized how long it had been, but it had been a bit. Because we record the one that just came out. We recorded in the very beginning of November, so we've had it for like 4 months, 3 months, 4 months, 3 months, just sitting on it. And Dan's just been so busy with everything that he did not have time to like jump into it. Yeah. Fall Success if it was Bobby Yetsu. It's a good song. Brandon says it's just really hard to edit. Basically, it takes so much time, and there's so many things so many other things to work on. Oh, you brought this one. Okay.
This one.
Please don't fall.
I won't.
Okay.
Hi, sweetheart.
Hi, buddy.
Coffee.
Welcome to the party.
Hi.
He's like, I did not choose this.
I was on the bed.
And now he is up here. And sit. But yeah, there's people that thought GTA Online was dead, and I'm like, oh no, it's not dead. It's just we're not making it monthly anymore. So highly recommend. It's worth a watch. And there will be more. There will be more. It's just a matter of coming up with stuff to do. If we haven't actually done the Tron light cycles, we might show that off.
Hi, sweetheart.
But I've definitely played that. So.
You will lay down? Please lay down. Oh, good boy.
Good cat.
Good cat.
We got 15 months from Joshua F36 and 16 months from ComCody20. Thank you both. Appreciate that. And then also 300 bits from Joshua F36. No message, but I appreciate the support. Thanks, Josh. 8 months from Andrew in the Kitchen. It says, Happy Tuesday. Morning, everyone. I'm watching the stream on a train again. And yes, Steven, trains have Wi-Fi these days. Technology, wild. The job interview I had on Friday went really well. In fact, I got the job, and I'm super happy about that. Congratulations. Very, very, very awesome. And trains.
Trains.
How can a train connect to the internet? It just has a cable, so it's driving and the cable's, I don't know.
Hi, sweetheart.
The technology we have is nuts. Oh man, speaking of technology, tangent time. This is related because of,
Are you talking about the car?
Yes.
Okay, about the car.
This is related because it's also a form of transportation. I'm still getting used to the features on the car, and I had tried cruise control, which was neat because it's cruise control. And, I mean, the old car had cruise control. I hadn't used it in a while. But it has cruise control, and it does the lane thing where, like, it'll look in front and keep the distance between you and the car in front of you.
Adaptive cruise control.
Yeah. And then separate from that, it also had lane assist, where, like, you hit a button to turn it on. I learned you had to turn it on. And it looks at the lines on the road and makes sure that you're staying within the lines. And it's like a gentle thing, and it's so gentle that you can barely tell it's there. But the other night, it was Sunday night, we went and had like a Valentine's Day dinner because we never got to celebrate on Friday. And when I get on the highway, and I had already had the lane assist on, and I was like, oh, I'll turn cruise control on. I'm curious what happens if I use both at the same time. When I hit cruise control with the lane assist on, one of the displays like completely changed. It was like boop 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 boop, super lane assist mode engaged, and I was like, what? And then the car just basically drove itself, and it was very frightening. The car was like, and I'm like, what's happening? And like, I'm holding the wheel, but the car is definitely driving itself. And I'm like, I don't know how I feel about this. And like, there's basically no one else on the road. So like, I just very slowly like let go of the wheel. And I'm like, Mallory. And the car's like, and I'm like, yeah. And then,
I mean, it's not a fully driving car.
I know. And like, we're basically on a straightaway, but like, it has no problems keeping the thing. And then I've let go for like 5 seconds, and the car's like, please hold the wheel. And I'm like, oh, sorry. Yes, sir. So that was the whole thing. I don't know that I like that, to be honest. Because that adaptive or whatever it is, the lane assist.
Yeah.
When the cruise isn't on, it's like very gentle. When cruise is on, it's like, nope, it's driving. And it's not a self-driving car, but there's so much resistance. Like, trying to move it, it's like, no, I'm driving the car, or the car is driving the car. So yeah. And I saw Brandon asked about a dash cam. We need to get one. Because the old one was basically dead.
Yeah.
It has issues where it doesn't stay on. And like, we got a ton of use out of it, so I feel happy about that. And there's better dash cams if I'm not trying to find one that has a cabin cam. And I probably won't get another one with a cabin cam, honestly, because the amount of times that we used it past like the first year really dwindled. I might feel differently if I was just caught up on vlogs all the time. I might be more willing to use the footage. But when I'm behind on vlogs, trying to use footage from the cabin is like, oh my god, it's so much extra work.
Don't.
I might just not.
How about you just not?
We'll see. I gotta see how the tech has changed. Maybe there's one with a better cabin cam. Anyway.
Kepler is upside down.
Brandon said, did the old one get fried? I thought it was just the Ford SIG gliders. Well, I guess we could test it with the new car. It might actually still function. But I thought it was the alternator that was going, and that was the reason the dash cam was being broken. But then after we switched to the alternator, the dash cam was still broken, and I was like, oh. But it could, I mean, I guess there's that chance it could be the SIG glider. But we've tried it in both SIG gliders in the Escape, and it was not working, so.
Yeah. And one of them for sure works, because that's where the Bluetooth thing was.
Yeah. The only thing that's weird is that the dash cam can't go in the center of the Subaru.
Yeah.
Because that's where all of like the radar camera tech stuff is. So like the entire center, you can't put anything there.
Diagram that's like, do not put things here.
And it's basically, if you're going to have a dash cam, it's got to go on the driver or passenger side, like in the corner. So, Emmy, we're Subaru buddies. And for everyone else, we're bean buddies. You want beans, you can have beans. Patreon.com/StephenGeorge or Malmix. Thank you for all the support we get over there as well. And enjoy your morning beans. Maybe in multiple ways, because I'm
Coffee.
drinking
And there's
coffee.
also cat beans.
Yes, there are cat beans as well.
Taking so good.
Yeah, it's car's been interesting.
It's been good.
It's been good. It's
Yeah.
just
There's nothing wrong.
yeah, that specific feature was the first time I've ever been like frightened of the car. I've been like, oh my god, the car. And it was funny because I left the thing on, and then I'm just kind of like lightly holding the wheel, but I'm holding the wheel. But then it yelled at me because I was not giving any resistance to the wheel. And it's like, sir, you still have to drive the car. And I'm like, you're doing a great job. But yeah, it's neat. It's neat. It'll probably take me a while to be anywhere near okay with that. Anyway, 300 bits from DannyX6. I knew the Untitled Goose Game painting was a massive feat, but after doing that painting, I tweeted you on a mere 5x7. I can only imagine.
I saw the 5x7.
Is that the dancer?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. I saw that as well. Very good job.
Yeah, it was very good.
Pointillism is fun. Mm-hmm. I mean, I haven't painted pointillism, but like it's fun to look at with my eyes. So, here's the thing. You worked on 5x7 and can only imagine what it was like to do an 1824. Sarah worked on like what 9
like
feet,
9 foot by 6 foot piece,
something like that. And I'm like, are you crazy? It's wild. It's so big. 300 bits from Am in Iowa. I was finally able to try a Jones green apple. The fufu flavor is by far my favorite, but green apple was a close second. Also, my cat enjoyed watching Morning Mario this morning. No problem. Morning Meowio. For cats everywhere. Also, glad you got to try Jones. Green apple's Mel's favorite.
Yep.
My personal favorite is strawberry lime.
Which is harder to find, we've noticed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Green apple tends to be available in places, which is good. They also have really good root beer.
Yeah, they do.
I think it's.
Their Sprite's good if you can find it. I've only ever had it on tap.
Same.
And by Sprite, I mean lemon lime.
Yeah. Jones presents Sprite. Jones presents.
I only ever had it in Seattle. It was good.
And lawsuit. I got a 713 sub from YOLP. Thank you, YO. And a sub from None You Business. Great name. 16 months from Jennifer Jack. Hi, Stephen Amau. I always enjoy watching Breakfast Stream. Keep up the good job. Also, almost forgot, did you move the Breakfast Stream playlist? I can't find it, so I've just been going through the home screen. Thanks. Did I move the Breakfast Stream playlist? I don't think so. Did I? I may have moved it on the channel's homepage, maybe, but the playlist itself hasn't changed. I don't think I have. Look again. Jam says, YouTube, we'll move it for you. Totally possible. Brandon says it's its own shelf. It may have not previously been its own shelf. I don't know. Sometimes I change stuff and I don't think of the ramifications, and it's just really subconscious for me, but I try to make sure that it exists somewhere, so it should be on there. But the actual link for Breakfast Stream has definitely never changed. If you can find the link. Let's see. We got 300 bits from Jam, who says, Morning, Stephen and Mal. Sorry to hear Grandpa's numbers aren't where he wants them, but he's mentioned Mama George has issues with cholesterol too. I know my medical classes before I changed my degree ages ago that a lot is genetics beyond the control of diet, unfortunately. I also saw on Twitter that you feel like a station wagon. I thought it would be a bus. Have a great breakfast, one and all. Stay well. Yeah, it's true. My high cholesterol is just a family thing from my mom's side, which is actually quite funny because my mom has been a vegetarian for over 30 years. And one time when she had went in to see a new doctor, they did a blood test, and it came back that she had high cholesterol. And the doctor was like, you know, Mrs. George, you're gonna have to
stop eating so much meat.
You're gonna have to stop eating so much red meat. And my mom was like, I've I've been a vegetarian for 20 years or whatever. And the doctor's like, oh. So that's funny. But yeah, the problem is my mom is starting at a better baseline than I am, because it's a genetic thing. But it still can be dangerous, obviously. High cholesterol can be dangerous. It's just my mom's not eating any meat. So she's in better shape than I am, because I do. So I'm going to have to... It's not that I have to be, complete vegetarian or anything. But I'm probably going to have to take into consideration my consumption of meat more than I have. And cheese and things like that, because it's apparently affecting me. I'm actually very surprised by the results I got. Like, I'm a little angry about it, because I really have not been eating anything that's awful. And I've kind of speculated that maybe leading up to it, I ate some bad stuff. Maybe.
Yeah, we had some cheese, but
there was a cheese tray.
It's not like the first time you had it done where you had been eating eggs every day with a ton of butter.
I know, and I haven't done that. We had bought a cheese tray when Emil and Massey were here, and we forgot to eat it while they were here. So Mal and I had been eating on it, leading up to the blood test, and that may have skewed my results more negatively than they should have been. Maybe. I don't know. I'll talk to the doctor about it on Wednesday and see what happened. If the numbers went up and you stopped eating eggs, then maybe it's time to start eating eggs again. Logic. Not actually logic. I mean, and like, even the, oh, snap, Milk Bomb. Thank you, Spark Strike. Working my way down to that. Even the doctor that I talked to last time was like, said that eating eggs probably wasn't necessarily the problem. It was just the amount that I was consuming, and then also the fact that there was a lot of butter. But I'll talk to him tomorrow. We'll find out. We'll learn. We'll learn some stuff. 7-month resub from Mama Zelda. That's Emmy. Emmy, good morning.
Emmy's been talking about Sagan in chat.
I mean, good subject. Good subject matter. Right, buddy?
Oh, you're so good.
Emmy's never had a chance to meet the cats.
I know.
I just realized that. I'm like, it's been forever since Emmy's seen Sagan, and then my brain was like, never. Actually. You've never gotten a chance to meet the kitties.
You got the twitchy ear, you got the itch.
It's very tragic. It is. Also, Alex may notices that the alerts consolidate milk bombs now. Yeah, we got to talk about that.
You leaving? Okay.
There's no room on me, pal, so you're going to have to keep on trucking if you're heading that way.
He just wants to sit on the corner of the couch by you.
That's fine. We got a sub from Raven0765. Thank you, Raven. 300 bits from Squid. It reminds me of how Teslas do have a mode where it actually drives itself. Yeah, I presume that this feels very similar to that. Obviously, Tesla, advertises that. Subaru doesn't, and they don't want you to use it for that purpose. But, it was very creepy. It was very creepy. Maybe I can get to the point where I trust that. But of all of the changes that I've had so far, that one has been the biggest, and by no small amount. It's like, oh, okay, this is new and a little creepy. Oh, okay. And then it got to, having cruise and lane assist on is, way up here. I'm like, oh my god. But we'll see. We'll see. Maybe I'll eventually learn to love this. 17 months from Coffee Cats. What's this box for? But I've been using it for 17 months. Also, my grandparents. My Coffee Cats. 300 bits from Jam says, it's funny how you guys recently played that trolley game, and you let your car make decisions for you when that game is loosely based on how they are training self-driving car AI to decide whether it should kill its passengers by driving into a wall or run over pedestrians. It's the same setup of, should it kill an old couple on the road or a woman and her kids in the car? Yes, this is a real thing, teaching moral choices to AI. I've read a little bit about that. it's like one of those problems that I understand it exists, and I'm so glad I'm not on that committee. Because I can't imagine sitting at a table being like, so when we're designing the AI to decide who to kill, how do we weigh these decisions? And I'm like, cool, I'm going to go back to making cat videos. That's as far as I want to get on that moral dilemma.
And eating toast.
Yeah. God. 11 months from JV Tours. Hello, grandparents. Sneaking in my sub while I'm crushing cardboard at work. Hope all is well. Things are good, JV. Continue crushing cardboard. I gotta do that occasionally here also. Probably not to the same extent.
We should do that soon.
We should.
So we don't let it pile up.
Yeah. Yeah. Basically, when we finally take it to the recycling center, when it completely fills the car. That was actually, we never filmed it, but that was the last thing we did with the Escape.
Yeah, we wanted to do it before we got a new car. So we were like, well, let's go do that because the guy that we talked to in the first day wasn't there or answering his phone. We're like, well, we'll do that and then see if he calls.
Yeah. I remember that. So that was the same day then?
Yeah, that was the same day.
Jeff says, fill it with trash, then throw it in the trash. That mindset is not very far off from what we had. Basically. Because we were like, well, because there was a bunch of cardboard. And then there was like, what's the glass, plastic? Is it
recycling?
No, well, yeah, but it's
commingle.
Yeah, commingle.
Yeah, we had like 3 bags of commingle.
And then a bunch of other like loose plastic stuff. So like we had all this stuff. So we basically filled the Escape with trash. Because I told Mal, and actually I think it was a day or two prior to that we had talked about going back to the Subaru dealership. Mm-hmm. And I told her, I was like, oh, we can't. We have all this trash. And Mal's like, yeah, we don't want to put trash in a newer vehicle. And I was like, yeah, okay, we should definitely just put it in the Escape. It worked.
That's why I'm saying we should take cardboard before it gets out in the garage.
Yeah.
So we should take it while it's still in here.
Swishy said, Swishy had asked Blue Bin, we don't have recycling pickup.
Actually, we don't. Trash
we also
pickup
don't have trash
optional.
pickup, but we are paying for that because the convenience is astounding.
Yeah.
And it's really cheap.
Yeah, it's a lot cheaper than I thought it would be.
It's like, it comes out to like about $2 a week.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
It would probably cost me $2 in gas to get to the recycling center. I'm like, this seems like a good plan. But to add on to...
yeah, Brandon, we got it when we moved here.
Yeah, we've never had trash pickup. Mm-hmm. So for the last however many years, we've always had to
But recycling pickup was a lot more.
Yeah.
And so we were like, we'll just keep taking recycling to the recycling center.
Yeah, especially because, like, we can just wait. And we hold on to recycling for...
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
3 months.
We're rinsing everything out. And
so we take it, like, once every 3 months.
Yeah. And then the way it works, because I know Wisconsin doesn't do this, and I know a lot of places don't do this. Our county has recycling centers, and they're just like a bunch of large dumpsters for trash. Like there's one for commingle, there's one for cardboard, there's one for like yard waste, and you just drive there, and you're supposed to have a plate, a South Carolina plate.
Yeah.
But I know that doesn't always happen. Because, like, we took Roland's moving truck there, his box truck.
It's fine.
And it has a North Carolina plate.
It's fine.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I mean, in some places, you have trash pickup, but it's something that you are paying for in some way. So, where we live, it's just, you're not paying for it, but you're not getting it. So, if you pay for it, then you get it.
Yeah.
So, it's probably, in that way, it's probably not that different from most people, I would say. I do wish we had recycling, but for the cost, it makes more sense to just take it ourselves for, once every few months. We got a 2-month resub from JohnKid91. Just finished the journey of the vlogs, and it was a wild ride. Congratulations. That is very difficult to do. It gets more and more difficult every day. But congrats. You are among a small number, like a within the group of people that are watching, like a pretty sizable number, but in terms of the amount of people that have actually like gotten through the whole thing, It's pretty tiny. So congratulations.
Sorry, I thought of a new thing.
And now you know everything.
Also with trash pickup,
Yeah.
in some places they pick up compost.
Oh.
Because when we went to visit my aunt in Maine,
Yeah.
she separated out compost, and she's like, yeah, they pick up compost on Wednesdays.
That's a very like New England thing to me. I mean, also just caring about the environment like, to be honest,
Yeah.
is probably a little more important to New Englanders than it is here.
Yeah.
Recycling is not even required here. Like, you
Yeah.
don't have to recycle. You don't have to...
In Wisconsin, they'd fine you.
Yeah. I know that they got people that, like, check your trash, right?
Yeah.
To make sure you're doing it right?
In Wisconsin, yeah.
Yeah, we don't have that. Definitely don't have that. Environmental concerns in South Carolina are... They're low. They're low. We got 300 bits from GoldMage162. Says, good morning, grandparents. I don't like it that much, but Twitch Mobile is sometimes very useful when you first get up at 9 and have to prepare breakfast while listening to Breakfast Stream. Also, I've been having a lot of fun playing a new game. I really think you would be a good stream or first 20 game for you. How do I go about recommending / giving you the game? Jam Meepler, help! From Goldmage. So if generally how this works is if you have like a Steam key, you can just send me a Steam key directly. If you don't have a Steam key, I think there's an option on Steam. It's been a while, but I think you can like send it to someone's email, and I think that works. Jam says humble. Sorry, everything is scrolled away. Jam says just drop me a message. Maybe that's the best way to do it. Maybe you should just talk to Jam. Send Jam a PM and ask. Because Jam sends a lot of the first 20 stuff. We get first 20 stuff occasionally from other folks. But I also know that there's something changed on Steam at some point where it became a little more difficult to gift games. Somehow, I don't know. But Humble can do emails, which apparently is the big thing. But yeah, ask Jam. But basically, if you get a game where they'll let you like email it to somebody, whether that's through Humble or some other service, if you send it to me via email, either with a gift note on it or if you tweet me and let me know it's heading my way, then I can go about it that way. And just as a reminder to not only you, but everyone who sends stuff in that way or physically here, sending it in doesn't guarantee that it'll be a first 20, just because of the 52 games that we cover for first 20 every year, like that is such a small fraction, such a small fraction of the games that we're getting sent, either physically via mail or digitally or through developers. Like, we're probably receiving like 500 plus games every year, so it's like a tenth that actually show up on the channel. There are so many dev keys that just go unplayed, and I feel kind of bad, but like also I feel strongly that the games that we choose to bring to the channel through like the dev keys or whatever, like we're bringing the good ones personally. And you don't even know.
No, I don't even know.
You get dev keys too.
Every so often. It's a lot rare now.
Because sometimes Mal will be like, did you get a dev key for this game? And I'll be like, yeah.
I get maybe one a month.
Okay. I probably get a dev key every day.
Look at this bean.
And like some of the games, I'm obviously not gonna call anyone out, but like some of the games are just bad. I mean, like you can open them up and immediately tell in seconds, like, oh, this is not good. It's just like, ooh, yikes. And then sometimes it's like a small, like skeleton crew or one-man crew, and it actually still looks good. So, did he said like Superman 64? Oh, that would be good compared to some of the stuff I've seen. Anyway, that was a bit of a tangent. Sorry. 4-month resub from Puttykins. Thank you, Putty. Sparkstrike13 gifted 10 subs to GamerFox42. Stephen White.
Mariana Lynn.
Mariana Lynn. Thank you. I was like, can't read that. Awesome Matt. Miku25688. Jacksteel18. Theory and Curie. The Protagonist X1. Cyrodiilic Spadetail. And Meg Zelda44. Sparkstrike. Thank you so much. Appreciate the 10 gift subs this morning. We got 9 months resub from Dr. Luigi51. 3+, 3 good. I don't know what the French word for plus is.
Plus? I think it is.
That's how I would
Brandon.
say, that's how I would say plus in like Spanish or something. Anyway, Tres plus.
Brennan says, yeah, that's fine.
Tres plus. Oh wait, French. Toi. Toi? Toi.
Yes.
Toi? Toi.
Un, deux, trois.
Toi. Is it toi? Oh yeah, it's toi.
It's toi.
Because of... Maybe don't say that. Maybe don't say the one reason I know how to say 3 in French. Existential Joker. Existential Joker gifted a sub to Trash Car. Goodbye, Trash Car. Thank you for the $1,000. DC Racer 329 resub for 3 months. With Crunch. Sorry. Chat's very concerned about the, sorry, Moist Crunchy wrote, manage a 3.
Brandon, I can't delete your messages, Steven.
DC Racer, thank you, and congrats on Plus. It's 3 months, so good job on managing your 3. 400 bits from Item Crafting Live. Hi, Stephen DeMal. Recently had my old job throw me for quite a loop, so Morning Mario / Breakfast Stream have been a big part of keeping me on a consistent schedule and motivating me to hit the ground running on my own projects. Thank you. You are welcome. I'm glad that we can help people start their day off in a good, consistent way. Because I always looked forward to that when I was a kid and I was getting up early for like school or whatever. Like having something on TV that I knew would be there was a big, important thing. So I'm glad that I get to now be the TV station. I'm happy about that. 300 bits from Shy says, hello, Tired Cast Crunch Show. That's the extent of my creativity this morning. Have these bits instead. Get some rest. Maybe take like a short nap today. Padawan Becca gifts a sub to Bodacious Cowboy. That's Jeff. Thank you, Becca. And then also have 200 bits from Bedazzled Triceratops. I appreciate it. Now, that just took me through all of the alerts, which is the point in the show where I will tell you that this show is not brought to you in any way, shape, or form, except, I guess, the chat box, actually, by StreamLabs. Everything that you've seen this morning, all of the alerts that have played, all of the stuff that has worked in the background, everything was programmed by Chaz. Over the course of just a few days, Chaz basically made his own StreamLabs.
At first it was like, we'll just do this part that bothers me, and now it's like, here's the rest of it.
Like, I need you to understand something. Chaz will never feel like that was incredible. But I can guarantee you that that's incredible. Everything you've seen this morning had nothing to do with StreamLabs. We are still technically using their chat box. But none of the alerts, every single thing, was programmed by Chaz. And that's amazing. Absolutely amazing. So what this means for us is StreamLabs is set up stupidly. The way that their site and the alert stuff is set up, it can cannibalize itself. It can overwrite its own information, which is why occasionally alerts would go missing. It's because that could literally happen. And that's so terrible. So Chaz built all of this from scratch with simpler code to ensure that there was not anything in there that didn't need to be in there, and there wasn't stupid code that would overwrite itself, which means, in theory, that we shouldn't lose alerts. Now, if we lose something from, courtesy of Twitch, obviously nothing we can do there, but as long as it was happening like on the StreamLabs side, Chaz has got it covered. So, yeah. Also, it's really important that people understand that this is not something that, like, Chaz has been secretly working on. Chaz literally threw this together over the weekend. And it blows my mind, because he sent me... He started with just the screen that shows me, like, on our side, what the alerts were. Mm-hmm. And he did that for Friday. So on Friday, I used his alert screen to read the alerts. And I was like, do you plan on ever doing, like, the stuff to show up on screen? And he's like, maybe someday. It's like 2 days later, he's like, here you go. And, yeah. It's wild. And it's incredibly helpful.
Did you see what Jeff said?
Jeff said, we had the same conversation, and he did say that it was months of planning in his head. Jeff! Things in your head aren't things that you do with your kid. I mean, if he had been making, like, I'm taking note, that'd be one thing. But thinking about something...
People can do that.
How do you think? What is that?
I mean, it's the same way I pre-plan a painting in my head. Like, I'm gonna do this, and then I'll do that, and then I'll do this. Yeah, I don't know the exact numbers and dimensions, but I have that framework in my head.
Y'all, listen. For Jeff and Chaz and Mao, you guys are undercutting your abilities by so much. Oh, well, he thought about it for a while. Oh, she thought about the painting. You still painted it. You still coded it. Lord have mercy. Like, oh, well, I thought about it for a lot of... Like, what? You're undercutting your abilities. Just take the compliment. Just be like, boom. Brandon says, Steven, do you shoot vacation VODs with your post-production in mind? I mean, yes. But that... Videos, yeah. Like, yeah. Whenever I'm... That's the vlog just in general, but especially on vacation. When I'm shooting stuff, I'm already editing it in my head. But that's not the same thing. It's not the same thing. I still have to put it together.
I mean, Jeff has a point, too. Watching Steven edit videos is jaw-dropping, to be honest.
I get to do a flourish.
Because I was having video trouble with my video that will definitely be out today.
Coffee!
And then I made Steven fix it. It's set, you just gotta watch it.
It was fine. Mallory's video is coming out today, or I'll burn this house down.
Please don't.
It's definitely coming out today. Like, it's done, actually, basically.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch it one more time.
You just wanted to watch it one more time.
There was a problem with it, and I had to fix it. And it was a problem for me, so it was a big problem for Mao. And Mao was freaking out. She's like, oh, and I was like, just let me do it. But it did mean I had to do a bit of stuff on it. But it's good. Actually, I think I'm more emotionally invested into this video because of the immense fear that I had during the production, because we suspended the black magic from the C stand.
Yeah.
And like the whole time I'm just like, is this too much weight for the C stand? Is the black magic going to fall? Is it going to break the lens? And like, I knew that I wanted the top-down shot, but I'm like, because I don't know what the weight limit on the C stand is. Anyway.
It was fine, let's not do it again.
We're probably going to do it again at some point, but yeah. Also, shout out to Thomas. Because Thomas says, what have I done for a decade that makes me good at it? And Brandon says, you are really thoughtful in terms of understanding the student/library patron experience. I don't meet a lot of faculty members with as much of a student focus as you. Also, I'm a shout out. We're gonna do another shout out here for Thomas. Thomas made a video, and it's for work. He may not want to share it, and that he doesn't have to share it. But like, he made a video for work, and he shared it with me, and it was very good.
It was very good.
It was very good. In fact, he had done a good job with audio to the point where I was like, man, this is really good. And like, were there a few things that you could change? Yeah. But like, I was genuinely impressed. I was like, Thomas, this is like your first video. It was really good. He's like, yeah. It was fine. I was like, no, you did really good. Thomas learned how to focus. Yeah, he shot it you shot most of it with autofocus and learned that
auto is not good.
Yeah, that autofocus sometimes is not to be trusted. Thomas's opinions about autofocus. And brand new guy said, C-stands are tough. Me and my friends have things that should be able to be lifted by C-stands. They've stayed up for hours. I mean, C-stands have, depending on which one you're using, they have weight limits. So I need to check it. My problem with the C-stand thing really just came down to the fact that I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, essentially, all of the weight of the camera and the cage and the mic, which was
the lens. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all of that stuff is on basically a thread that's this long, and I'm thinking, you know, is that okay?
It's a tiny screw.
Is that okay? And you know, it worked. It worked, but I was filled with some level of fear. And the Blackmagic's heavier than the GH4.
Yeah.
So it's probably fine. It's probably fine. Anyway, I can't wait for you guys to see all that. That'll be actually be out in the vlogs soon as well. Paint Chipper gifted a sub to Wow Incredible when we had started talking about the fact that Chaz basically made a StreamLabs alternative. So
XT4.
Oh, did they announce that? I'm sorry. That when I saw the article that Fuji had basically said, like, hey, the XT4 is a thing and we're going to talk about it in February, I was like, because they need a vlogging screen and they need IBIS, and like as soon as they do that, like, holy crap, we're basically there. I don't know how the autofocus compares to Sony's, because Sony's really good.
Yeah, it's been really good.
But like, man. Sorry, I promise we won't go off on a tangent, but Jeff saying that is like super exciting, because real talk, the best camera for the money that you can get, especially if you're trying to do video, like, is the XT3. The only reason I didn't get an XT3 is that I was more concerned with the vlogging screen. And I think for me personally, the A6400 was a better choice. But XT3 a good camera. So if the XT4 has that vlogging screen, I'm like, this is basically it. I just want 10-bit video.
Are you sure about that?
Yes. That being said, the new struggles that I will face immediately with that could be a whole thing. It flips out to the side, not up like the A6400. It's fine. I'll wait and look at specs. I don't need a new camera. Need is a strong word. 100 bits from Phantom SVT. Phantom, thank you. 17 months from Gentleman Jolt. Whoa, you finished going through all the alerts? Have one more! Well, now there's a few, but at the time, yes. Moist Crunchy Potato gives a sub to ChazLabs, which is apparently a real username. Existential Joker gives a sub to Chaz is awesome. And then Paint Chipper gives a sub to Chaz is God. That escalated very quickly. Look, Chaz started the lab. Oh, Chaz is awesome. Chaz is God. Thank you all. 300 bits from JM, who says, I just wanted to add that I loved the little surprise Steven got in the last episode of Bioshock. That seemed like on the level of stuff Alex has done, and maybe some creepers and deathfish back in the day. Would you say that's your biggest game surprise, though? It's a shame there wasn't face cam, but I can imagine the sweaty spaghetti your nerves were because of that. Thank you, it was a blast. Yes. And I'm obviously not going to go into detail because I don't want to spoil the chat and I don't want to spoil Mal.
Yeah.
We just got back into Bioshock.
You've been very, like, kid gloves, not trying to spoil me.
And the reason is,
Yeah.
Infinite, more so than the other two games, is like the smallest thing could actually spoil lots of stuff. That's why I've been very careful.
The hands with the Chaz emote is really good, Space Vixen.
But yeah, that was my biggest surprise, second only to the end, which is coming pretty soon. There's only 3 more episodes of Bioshock, so after this weekend, Bioshock Infinite will be over. Although we will immediately then move into the DLC, Burial at Sea. So yeah, it's good. It's good. We had talked a while ago about how we had started Bioshock Remastered for Mal. And then it ate our saves because it's a trash game for PC. So on was it Sunday?
Yeah, it was Sunday.
Yeah, on Sunday, we finally started Bioshock 1. And I had to redo everything that we had done on Bioshock Remastered. And Mal was like, I've already played it, so you play it. So Mal got to watch me play the beginning of Bioshock.
You're so much faster.
I mean, I know what to expect. I actually remember even where some of the enemy placements and stuff are. So like I walk into a room and I like just turn the corner and shoot because I know that there's someone there. So that was kind of neat. My supplies were very, very high at the end.
Good.
And then we get to, so Mal had played up to the first Big Daddy fight, and she had never fought Big Daddy. So I play up through all of that point, and I get to where Big Daddy is, and I hand her the controller, and she's like, well, now I haven't had any practice for how to do this. And I'm like, so I killed the Big Daddy, and then I gave her the controller, and she was like,
okay, bedtime.
And then she was like, all right, it's time for bed. And I'm like, oh my god. So when we jump into it next,
I'll play.
Yeah, she's in the next area, which is what, like Neptune's Bounty?
Yeah, it is.
Or something. So, yeah. We're getting there. We're getting there. The game's not like terribly, terribly long if we're playing it just a little bit at a time and trying to get through it. And then, then you can continue playing on Switch because Bioshock Collection for Switch is all but confirmed at this point. I mean, it definitely sounds like it's going to be happening. We got 400 bits from Rasaka Gaming. Good morning, Stephen and Mal. Woke up to 6 more inches of snow today, so I think it's a good day to get some homework done. Also, we'll be going to Mall of America soon. I'm super excited. Haven't been there since 2013. Hope you two have a wonderful Tuesday. I've been there
once or twice. Once for sure.
Once for sure. Maybe just once? I don't remember. It's been a long time now. It was certainly an incredible thing. Like, there was a lot of...
It's a big mall.
Yeah, there was a lot of space.
For people who haven't been, or people out of the country, it takes, like, 45 minutes to walk one floor all the way around.
And there's 3 floors?
There's, like, 3 or 4. Some areas have 4. There's a basement. It's bigger now. Aegis is right.
Oh, my God.
And, there's a aquarium, there's roller coasters and a log fume, and like there's like a whole amusement park in the center of the mall.
Yeah. It's neat. It's definitely neat. And at some point we'll get back.
Yeah.
Because like Carly
lives right there.
Lives there.
Oh no, she doesn't live right there anymore. She moved.
Thanks, Chaz. 300 bits from Danny, who says, oh no, Grandma, Gramps is talking about cameras again. Also, good morning. Good morning, grandparents. I have an interview in 2 hours. Wish me luck. Good luck. Always willing to send good vibes. Not only us, but chat to folks that are doing interviews. And it happens a fair bit. There's probably like at least 2 a month. People doing interviews, so good luck. You have the full support of the community behind you. And we wish you luck. And I promise not to talk too much about cameras. It is harder when Jeff's here.
I know.
Because Jeff's like...
You, like, feed off each other.
Yeah, it's bad. It's really bad. Because whenever you pointed it out, I was like, oh, man, I had just read an article.
Jeff enables you.
I had just read an article about the XT3 leaking, and I was like, oh, man. Or not leaking, but just... I thought it was like an official announcement that they were going to talk about in February. And I was like, oh, man, it's so soon. It's so soon. And it is soon, actually, because the XT3 is not even that old. But, you know, hey, man, if they're willing to make improvements, frickin' do it. Do it. 3 bits from Shy says, Chaz has the magic, Chaz is the code, Chaz is the safety bird we deserve. I don't know if that was supposed to rhyme or if I just read it in such a way that I tried to make it rhyme.
Gold Mage wanted to know if you had known Chaz or Jeff longer. You've known Chaz longer than me.
Yeah.
Chaz went to Seattle, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm pretty sure I thought he went.
Yeah, I first met Chaz in person then, I guess.
2007?
Which was 2007.
Mm-hmm.
And I had known Chaz longer than that.
Yeah.
Chaz is from Starman. So, yeah, I've known him for a bit. Technically I've known Chaz, or we've interacted since like 2002, 2001. I was a child.
Yeah, you were.
Back then. So yeah, I was like 12 or 13 probably when I first at least like knew Chaz. But we met in person in 2007, and you know, we became good friends because of the show. So Chaz says, I mean, I was a child too, don't make it sound creepy. It's not what I meant. Not what I meant. But yeah, because you know, back way back, it was in 2007 or 8, 2007.
2007.
I think 2007 we had started doing the Fathers Are Born show, and Chaz, a little ways into that, Chaz became a writer on the show. And Chaz, I'm sure, would agree that we all use the term writer super loosely here. We were all writers, but I guess, you know, I was talking to him on Skype weekly.
Yeah.
And that just basically never stopped. So it's not really a surprise that he's still a pretty big part of our life. Actually, much bigger now than then, even.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Sorry, that was like, how do you know Chaz and Jeff? And that's like the Chaz story. It's like, me and Jeff shout at each other about cameras.
Jeff came to PAX one year.
Yeah.
And I think it was in a Q&A because I saw it go by and it was like, what did you think, Jeff? And it was like, Chaz said there'd be some guy with a camera, just ignore him.
Not inaccurate. Like, not even wrong, actually. Peach Macaron says he's your boss now. Yeah. I just basically do whatever Chaz says, and things have worked out okay. 300 bits from Cinderdog, who says, speaking of interviews, I have a phone interview in an hour and a half for an internship. I'm eating my good luck toast.
Good luck toast.
Gotta get out that good luck toast. Make sure you heat it to, not burnt, but like the brownest setting. That's extra luck. Because the luck's inside, and if you don't heat it up to the luck point, the luck doesn't come out enough. Just ask me in my new book. Meaningless things and the way they are meaningless. Also, good luck on your internship. Hope your phone interview goes well. Also got 100 bits from Joshua F36 and 100 bits from Scarflash. Thank you both. And then 500 bits from Marty Griff 1980. The BioShock collection is free on PlayStation Plus this month in Europe, so how quick should I get it? I mean, it's free, so you should get it quick. Is it just in Europe? I thought it was in other places too, because I saw some other people talking about it, but maybe they were European. But yeah, if it's free, you should get it. On console, my understanding is it's fine. The remastered version on PC has issues. but on console I believe it's fine. And actually, I'm pretty sure I played BioShock 2 remastered for the LP.
Mm-hmm.
So like maybe that's fine. Maybe it's fine for BioShock 2, but BioShock 1 was a broken mess. Hopefully Nintendo will have some sort of announcement soon regarding all of that, because I'd like to see it come to Switch. So, it's free in America too. Okay, cool. Yeah, if you have PlayStation Plus and you've never played BioShock, it's free. You should grab it while you can. None of the games are terribly long. Well worth your time. All considered masterpieces, even 2. I'll fight that forever. But yeah, it's worthwhile. All right. Trying to think if there's any other thing to announce for today.
My video's coming out, and that's all I know.
It's not done, but yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make sure. I'm gonna make sure it comes out. I think it's it. Okay. Watch Mount Makes today. That's basically it. Eagle Falls asked what's coming out on plays today. Continuation of Co-op Classic. Today's Link. And then tomorrow there's 2 videos because we refilmed one. And I wanted everyone to see the original recording too. So Link is today. Samus is tomorrow. And we had originally done it with an Echo Fighter. So that video is available too. Because when we filmed it originally, we did Samus and Dark Samus. And then the internet was like, wait, do Echo separately. And I was like, alright. So then we re-recorded Samus. So we have that re-recording one, and then also Samus and Dark Samus. And then on Thursday will just be Dark Samus. So we just wanted, people to... We wanted that to be available to people so they could see how, it actually went. I think it went better the first time than the second time. I See Patterns with 7 months. Hey Steven, are you going to see the Sonic movie? Maybe.
I'd like to see it.
I don't not want to see it.
Yeah.
It's just...
In theaters?
Maybe.
Maybe.
There's so many other things to do that are such a priority that Sonic is very low on that list. I'm much more likely to see it when it is on a streaming service. I mean, it's possible that we'll see it in theaters. It's apparently doing super well, which is amazing. Especially because, like, when we first... If you think back to when it first dropped, we first got the trailer, and Sonic looked like a weird alien cat. Like, going from that to, yeah, it's actually doing really well in theaters. I'm like, my god, what a transformation. But good on them. Frosty Free says, apparently it's classic Jim Carrey. And that's exciting, too. Jim Carrey was a big hero growing up and a big source of my comedic inspiration, so I wouldn't mind seeing it. It's just a matter of basically finding the time to do so.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that's it.
That's it.
Thank you, folks, for joining us this morning. Breakfast stream will be back on Thursday, 9 a.m. Eastern. I am looking forward to visiting the doctor tomorrow and finding out what the doctor thinks and what sort of changes I should make based on the numbers. And I'll share those with you on Thursday. And also vlogs today.
Thanks, Chaz.
Also vlogs today. And yeah, one more shout out to Chaz, because again, we didn't use StreamLabs. That's crazy. Oh, and we never got to see Peggy. No, there was no Peggy alerts this morning, but Peggy has a new trick also.
A trick?
Well, so here's the thing.
Sit. Lay down.
No. Here's the thing. The way that alerts have been set up is alerts have been confined to
the
corner.
Mm-hmm.
And even though it appears that they are now, they're not.
Okay.
The entire screen is a stage, and we have control of things to basically affect everything, which is neat. And we're not taking like full advantage of that yet, but we can now. And that's super exciting. So, it's not that we have to see it this morning, but like, just know that future alerts may break out of the box. And we're going to be working around that mindset of like, the screen is our canvas and not, okay, well, she can get out now. This cannot hold her. Also, I like to imagine that she's now jumping on a little trampoline. Like she's been getting a lot of exercise, and now she's like, I gotta do some jumps so she can jump. But that's not just the extent of it. Like literally, the entire screen can be a canvas for alerts now, based on how Chaz has programmed it. So we'll probably be playing with that a little bit. I've got some ideas. I've got to run them by Chaz and see what's possible, but
to see what you're allowed to do.
To see what I'm allowed to do. So I don't want to announce anything without running it by Chaz because I have some ideas. But yeah, that's a thing that can happen now. That box means nothing. The box is an idea. It's a concept, and it cannot hold Peggy. By the way, that was from Paint Chipper, 2033 bits, testing Peggy to make sure that the trampoline is working, and it is. All sorts of fun stuff is possible. And then Chemist right behind Paint Chipper with another 2033 bits. And Chemist writes, "Sorry, Chaz." I'm just, and also we can make Peggy do new tricks too.
Yeah.
So like, if people have suggestions about what Peggy should do, like maybe she should like run across the screen or like run up the walls or well, she doesn't have a bottom half. The bottom half isn't drawn, so
yeah.
just be a flat line. Woo! But yeah, it's possible. Basically, the world is our oyster. We can move things with the power of ChazLabs. Cool. Anyway, all right. We're done. Thank you all so much for the support this morning. Again, shout out to Chaz for making all of this work. It's incredible. He literally did this in days. Don't give me none of that. He's been thinking about it for months thing. He still made it happen in days. That's incredible to me. Mal's video today. Continuation of Smash Co-op Classic. And of course, we will see you on
Thursday
for more Breakfast Stream.